The use of protest competitive strategies by companies. Felix Effa, California Intercontinental University, April 26, 2020. Protest for competitive strategies and each example company. According to Willen, Hanger, Hoffman, and Manford 2018, Michael Porter's produced universal competitive strategies that will be implemented to exceeding other companies in a specific industry, which include comprehensive cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. Nevertheless, Portes explained that an organization's competitive advantage in a business environment is concluded by company's competitive scope and is the broadness of the organization or corporation unit's target market. Willing et al. 2018. Therefore, merging both broad target, narrow target with the three competitive strategies come up with four differences of a generic approach. And in case the lower cost and the differentiation strategies possess a broad concentration market objective, then they are noted as cost leadership and differentiation. Willing et al. 2018. Porters for competitive strategies and each example company continuum. Cost leadership is the responsibility of an organization or a business unit to draft, manufacture, and advertising similar finished goods or service more competent than its competitors. Therefore, Walmart Store Incorporated is an example of this competitive strategy. We develop a competitive advantage in supplying consumer goods at lower prices than competitors in the discount retailing industry. Differentiation strategy is the capability of an organization to supply distinct and admirable value to the customer, which might involve areas like product efficiency, unique features, or individual after-sales service. Well et al. 2018. Porters for competitive strategies and each example company continue. Furthermore, differentiation goals and priorities are at the broad concentration market, which includes the development of the goods or service that are identified throughout the company's industry, as well as existing through the components of value, relevance, immutability, and organization. Only et al. 2018. However, Apple Incorporated is an example of the organization to utilize the marketing strategy of product differentiation to discriminate its product from those of its competitors. The third Porter's competitive strategy is the cost focus, which centers on a restricted market segment or a specific niche, and it requires the organization to comprehend the characteristics of that business and the distinctive needs of those target customers. Woodruff 2018. Porters for competitive strategies and each example company continue. Tom's Shoe Company is an example of a company that uses a cost focus strategy by targeting a particular market. Also, for Tom's utilizing cost focus, the organization seeks a cost advantage in its target segments. Differentiation cost is the fourth Porter's competitive strategy, which is similar to the cost focus strategy. Hence, the differentiation focus attitude targets a narrow niche market, while the organization makes sure some distinct features of its product are essential to the specific group of customers. Wole et al. 2018. Moreover, an example of differentiation strategy is Brazil Resource. This organization provides services to couples without children, while the company manages 7 tropical resorts where customers are assured that they will not be disturbed by noise and troublesome infants. 2009. The usefulness of Porter's strategies in analyzing these companies. Porter's generic strategies were beneficial in analyzing the following companies: Walmart Store, Apple Incorporated, Tom's Shoe Company, and Brazil Resource Company. For instance, Walmart implement its cost leadership strategy to acquire competitive advantage based primarily on low cost and the likewise to low selling price of goods offered to consumers in the international retail industry. Ferguson 2019. Moreover, there is one significant aspect of a product differentiation strategy that comes from product design. Hence, Apple has made product design a hallmark of its differentiation strategy since the organization originated. The usefulness of Porter's strategies in analyzing these companies continue. Also, analyzing the outcome of cost focus strategy. The firm or business component pursues a cost advantage in its target segment. Hence, for Tom's Shoe Company, utilize cost-focused strategy in target buyer group or geographical market to the exclusion of others. And this has been very productive to the organization, who drove 2018. Differentiation cost was valuable in analyzing Brazil resource competitive advantage. Hence, this strategy is profited by those who admit that a firm or a component that target its advancement is more able to assist the essential needs of a narrow strategic target more successful than its competitors. Willen et al. 2018. An alternative method for portrait strategies. An alternative method that will be more productive for such an analysis will be the strategic factors analysis summary (SFAS) matrix as one way to recognize a corporation's strategic factors. Willing et al. 2018. Therefore, the external factors analysis summary (EFAS) and the internal factors analysis summary (IFAS) includes SFAS matrix was established to change some of the harmful activities of SWOT analysis and have been very productive. Willing et al. 2018. Acknowledgement. On behalf of my colleagues, I use this opportunity to thank everyone for your presence. We appreciate your coming. Additionally, when you need further explanations concerning this presentation, do not hesitate to call this telephone number 203-809-0875. Thanks for coming. We hope to meet again.